now that we've arrived in game, we see that our interface changed quite a lot. First of all, on the chest plate you can now place your elytra and your backpacks. To the right of that you see a Totem of Undying slot, and below that an Angel Ring slot. That's going to be interesting later on in the game. If you have a crafting table in your inventory, you can use portable crafting. And on the left you see a lot of buffs, which is currently the spawn buffs that you have once you join the spawn. Also, don't worry if you take your time creating your character, your origins, because on the spawn you're invincible, so nothing can harm you here. While you can sometimes hear zombies running around you or like skeletons shooting you, you can't take any damage. You don't have to worry about that, because like instant health. On the right, I can see the Just Another Items window, where with a right click I can see what I can make out of the item, and with a left click I can see how I make the item. So left click, I can see crafting table is crafted with planks. Right click, I can see what can I make out of planks, for example. And you can also left and right click inside of a crafting. So if I see, okay, I have chests and the planks here, I can also left click the planks and right click the planks and other items while inside of this GUI. I don't necessarily have to use the one on the right. But if I say during normal gameplay, this is a bit annoying to constantly see all the items I can craft that are in the game, you can just hold your control key and press O while hovering over an empty space, and it will hide the inventory. After that, I'll say we talk about land claiming some more, which we can easily do when we have a stick in our inventory. So I'm quickly going to fly over here. By the way, I can fly because I chose the Illyrian race. They have flying as the special ability. So I recommend you to go a little bit further from the spawn because of privacy, and obviously because this way people don't constantly trespass your territory. And please don't leave trees floating. It is weird to have an axe, I'm an idiot. What you've seen right here, for example, just another thing to mention, if you play the lumberjack, you chop trees instantly. So make sure to read the professions on startup before you choose what you want to play. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if you see this weird window appearing here, you can hit escape, mods, item scroller, and I'm just going to click it, hit the configure over there, and then I search for the A button in this case, and I can just hit it and set it to something that I don't really use very often. After that I can escape out of it, and now the weird interface appearing when I hit A is gone. So where were we? Okay, now I'm going to craft those planks into oak planks. Again, I'm getting more planks because I'm the lumberjack, and the lumberjack class gets a little bit of extra planks when they're crafting wood into planks. And I'm making myself a stick. This stick is very important because I can now use it to claim land. And I can do that by right-clicking the first block I want to claim, and then the opposite corner of the area I want to claim. For example here. And now you see that it created a little square, and that square is my area now. Inside of that area nobody can destroy blocks, place blocks, or mess in other ways with my territory. But I can change that. If I make a slash, right flan, and menu, it brings up a little menu where I have some settings. I can close the menu, I can delete my claim, I can edit who's allowed to do stuff inside my claim. This is interesting. If you want to build with someone else, you just click that here. Now you have a visitor and a co-owner class. Visitors are pretty much like an adventure mode. They can flip levers or push buttons, activate pressure plates, but they can't do anything aside from those things. They can't open chests, they can't break blocks, they can't place blocks. So I'm going to add a co-owner, for example, if I want to play with someone else, because the co-owner can do everything I can do on my claim. So it's practically what you would use for your close friends. Then I hit add, and I can write a name in here, for example, Seelenio, and it turns into the player head of the person you added. And now the person is able to use the claim just like you can. Now, what if I want to change the default things people can do and can't do on my claim? It works the exact same way. I can just go File Menu, and this time I'm going to hit Add Global Permission, and here I have a huge ton of things that I can change. For example, on page 2, I can swap the pages down here. On page 2 there's can stay, for example, allow players to enter your claim. If you disable that, they can't even walk inside of your claimed area. They have to stay outside. And then there is a bunch of other settings, like should hostile mobs spawn. If I enable that, then it prevents hostile mobs from spawning. And a huge ton of other settings that I'm not going through because you can just read them up and decide for yourself if you want to enable or disable them. So once again, if I want to get rid of my claim, I can just hit this, and now I'm going to get prompt, do you really want to delete it? Yes. And now the claim's gone. So another thing that I'm going to show you is trading. So trading works by looking at a player and pressing the V button on the keyboard. You can add something to the trade that you want to give that person. And then you can hit the not ready button to turn it into a ready. And once the trade is complete, I can take out what that person gave me, and that person can take out what I gave them. You can also, just in case you want to make it a little quicker, you can initiate a trade, give them something that you want to trade with them, hit the not ready button, and once the trade is done, you can also just close the inventory with escape. It also transfers the items into your inventory. One thing to mention when trading though is that if you have banana in your inventory, the colors are sometimes very similar. So for example, if those are 2 bananas and you're trading with somebody, note that you can't read names anymore. So make sure to put the right banana onto the slot that you want to be trading, otherwise you might be losing more than you want to lose. And that would be a shame. So, that's it for trading. The next thing we can go over is basic comments, which would be, for example, if I want to go to the spawn, I can use trigger spawn, and it always brings me to the spawn here where the little trading hut and everything is. Another comment you can use is the /sethome and /home command. Let me show you how that works. When I'm at the place where I want to set my home, I can just use /trigger and set home. And now my home is set. And whenever I return to it, for example, if I have been at the spawn, I can just use /trigger again and use home to return home. There we go. Yeah, that pretty much summarizes the tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the Discord. We usually reply pretty quick. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.